Right here in Sydney with Nikita Tszyu. Nikita, you're back, mate. August 20th. No opponent yet, but what's the past sort of 12 months been like for you?
How long do we have? I got, I got too much to say. It's just been a lot of inward training, focusing on myself, focusing on the holes that I've found in my own style, and honestly, just living life, preparing for enjoying the life that I have. I know boxing is a temporary thing for us in our life. It's only whilst we're young. I've got, I don't know how much more years, maybe 5 to 6 more years, depending how old I am. Yeah, around that. And then I won't be in this game anymore. So I was enjoying that life away from boxing, knowing that there is something beyond this world.
You mentioned that you sort of rethought how you want to approach the press conferences, media, that sort of thing. You're a bit more of a grown-up perspective. Was there sort of something that triggered that? What's the thinking behind that?
I mean, maybe having a child is one of them. I don't know, maybe just my own growing up, maybe being away from it all. I've had a lot of thinking. I don't know. It just came to me.
What about having a child? What was that moment like for you? It must be a joy in life, I assume.
Well, it is one of the most beautiful joys you can have. I have another little pack member to our family. She's our 4th dog.
I asked you, do you think it'll change your mindset when you fight? Now you're providing for someone else in your life. Does that sort of go through your head?
I mean, I've always been providing. I've had 3 dogs, and I want them to eat nice food, raw food all the time. So I've always had that drive to feed them, and I've always had this goal in my life that by the end of my career, I'm gonna be living on a mountaintop, away from everyone, and that plan hasn't changed one bit. It's just thickened. We're just closer to that. We're taking steps. There's something to visualize now.
Bit of talk about you and Michael Zerafa at the back end of this year. How do you see a fight between you and Michael play out?
What do you mean?
Like, how do you see it play out in the ring? Do you do things better than him? Or?
I hope to win. That would be ideal.
Do you see that as sort of a chess match, or do you overpower Michael? What are your thoughts on it?
I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead yet. I still got sparring sessions to do. Still got other fights in front of me. We'll get there when we get there.
Tszyu Fundora, prediction for that fight?
Hopefully Tim chops that tree down.
Beauty. Thanks so much, man.
Thank you. So it is happy. Yeah, finally I get to put my training to use.
Any ideas? Can you tell us about the opponent? We know the date. Any ideas about who it could be, where it could be?
I mean, I'm not going to say it, so why are you asking? No limit.
Right.
Yeah, no limit will let you guys know.
Well, beyond that, Michael Zerafa certainly would be somewhat of interest. Can you just give us an idea of where that sits for you? What sort of a fight that could be potentially down the track?
I mean, I've heard they're trying to plan it for the end of the year. I think it'll be a great test for me, a great way for me to catapult my career. He's a very well-respected fighter, and it'll be a big stepping stone for me.
You've got a
big challenge. I'm not going to say that I'm not at his level. I haven't proved myself. I've had 10 fights. He's had over 30 or something. He's very well experienced. He's fought overseas. I'm clearly the underdog in this. So I know that the test I have ahead of me, the challenge I have in front of me, and for me it will be a great stepping stone.
If you say the underdog, this is probably the first fight that you would say for that one in particular, Zerafa, because normally you are the favourite. Is it a different energy for you?
Well, it's mentally similar to how I am when I fought Dylan Biggs. Although No Limit kind of put me kind of forward as the favourite, but I thought I was clearly the underdog in that fight because we've had a sparring session and kicked my ass. So there was a lot for me to prove to myself in that fight. And this is not the same situation, but similar situation where I have to really be screwed on tight.
There's a lot of history between Michael and Tim, personal, as well as boxing. Does any of that filter down to you? Do you feel any of that?
I mean, I couldn't care less what he said in the past. I say stupid shit all the time. I say things that I don't really mean. He meant it, good on him, I don't care. I'm going to be respectful. I've had a long year ahead, behind me where I've had some reflection of how I want to conduct myself, and I'm going to try and be an adult. See how long that lasts.
Are you still a butcher?
I've turned vegan, actually. Sorry, guys.
How's the year been, mate? You talked about reflection, but it's a long time out in terms of just ring craft and trying to get the rust out. Like, how long will that take for you, do you think? Or is it a little bit of the unknown being a year out?
I mean, I've only had 2 sparring sessions in the last year. I don't know. Hopefully good. Hopefully good.
And how's the hand feel?
It feels, in the sparring session I had yesterday, it felt great. This morning hurt a little bit, but not the worst.
Like, how many more do you need to have that confidence that it's absolutely going to be right to go come August point?
I mean, I'm pretty confident now. I think we'll be fine.
And congratulations on the news. It's been a big week for you as well. How's the family? Congratulations.
Life couldn't be better. It's a very special moment. Yeah, very pivotal moment in my life, and many more to come.
Does that sort of change your motivation in the ring now?
I mean, I think so. Should. I don't know how it's changed it. We'll find out what kind of, when I do go to dark places in the ring, how my brain reacts. Because I don't know how it's reacted in the past. I don't know how it's going to react this time. Hopefully for the better.
And you've been obviously watching your brother go for it. Can you give us an idea of what you've seen and how confident you are that, come a couple of weeks' time, the rematch will go the right way?
Tim looks very, very energized and just focused on this task ahead. He's quite zoned in. I've been very impressed with him with his sparring sessions these last couple of weeks. This means everything to him. This is like a life or death situation. He knows it. And that's why he's just so zoned in.
How long have you been punching back at 100%?
Punching? A couple months. A couple months. Hard surfaces? Maybe a month. Yeah, like a heavy bag, like a month. Been going quite hard on it. Heads, 1 day.
Okay. Were there any nerves, given the complications, and it obviously took longer than you thought, were there nerves when you sort of came back to it this time?
Yeah, well, because funny enough, in the morning it was, usually I don't really feel anything, but in the morning I woke up and I could feel the injury a little bit, and I was like, oh fuck, not again. But then, yeah, it didn't really hurt in the sparring session.
Okay. And how long
compared to March, where I really busted it up again, big difference.
And how long ago was that, where you woke up that morning and it was still a little bit sore?
That was yesterday.
Okay.
But now it's a little bit better.
Okay.
No. Guys, we're good. Relax. Relax. I'll be fine.
Nikita, do you ever think about maybe it'll be you one day getting ready
What?
for a fight in Vegas? Where does that sit for you or down the track?
Yeah, well, the Vegas is like the pinnacle. It's what everyone aspires to be, where everyone aspires to be. Hopefully I do get there one day, yeah. But I take every step as it comes. at the moment I'm still bound to Australia. Still got to conquer this land first before I represent Australia on the world stage.
Everyone good? Awesome.